Hello, my lovely starborns. Welcome to day 3 of the Lionsgate portal. So, today we will be focusing on the solar plexus, right? Today's transmission is for the solar plexus chakra. I have already set the symbols, I have opened the channels. Let's connect now. Dear Holy Spirit, angels and guides, my star ancestors, beings of light and love, Mother Goddess Oseth, I welcome your beautiful presence here. Help me transmit the healing energy to the ones who are watching this. Let's connect my higher self to your higher self, dear viewer, my lovely starborns, and the ones who will find this. My intentions are pure. This is for your highest good, for our highest good, for my highest good. This transmission is focused on healing your solar plexus chakra. I'm incorporating elements of different healing modalities I've learned in the years gone by. And whatever is being channeled through me, I like to call them light codes, specifically Osset light codes. I specifically asked my Syrian guides as well as my Orion guides to come together for this transmission. Clearing the space. Here we go. So, of course, this reading will be focused on your solar plexus. Let's see how this year's Lionsgate portal affecting this area of your life. How is this year's portal supporting you? First and foremost, I will be pulling out 7 cards. And what do you need to leave behind? What do you need to leave behind? What do you need to take forward with you? How is this portal changing you? How is the 888 portal changing you? What is being activated for you? What is being activated for you? And how to move through the portal, the shifts, the changes with grace. And finally, any supportive message from the Syrian and Orion guides. Anything and everything that we need to know. Thank you. Let's see, we're ready. All right. How is this portal supporting you? The seed is your pearl. Okay. And what do you need to leave behind? The thread. This came out in one of the readings. I think it was the root. And I think the placement was similar too. All right. What do you need to take forward with you? The dead end. We'll see, we'll see. And how is this portal changing you? The animal, which is again the sun card, which is right in the center of your reading, so it's relevant. What is being activated for you? The bottle. Oof. Yeah, it kind of makes sense with the dead end. How to move through this portal with grace. The king. Oh my god, I love to see this for you because this is the very card of the solar plexus, and you also see the other 2 lower chakra energy here, which is why I also mentioned the root chakra reading, because this card came out most likely in the same placement. I don't remember correctly, but I have a faint idea. So the king, this is how you move through this bottle. The king. Great. And finally, a supportive message, Thanatos, from the Syrian and Orion. So, guides, and I'm just amazed. I'm in awe a little bit. And look, the village, even this came out in the root chakra reading. So the solar plexus is affected by whatever is going on in the root space. Yeah, look at this. Again, it's all good. It's all good. This is the reason I burn so much sage and incense, that there's always some ash lying around here, and it's relevant that this thing fell and then the ash came in like that, and there's so much smoke here. Let me open the window because we're saging, of course. Okay. What I see here is the solar power is focused on nurturing, and is actually wanting you to pay attention to nurture the seeds that you have planted, which is giving me the energy of what's new, the new paradigm, which came in the sacral chakra reading too. Kind of makes sense that the final lower chakra is going to tie up all the lower chakras together. Yeah, that is exactly what I see is happening here. And what you are leaving behind is that toxic attachment, I would say. toxic understanding of certain things. Yeah, I'm saying toxic because I get this energy very strongly, like something which is just not right. And maybe it felt like that for a while, but you kept holding on to it. And I'm getting for egoic reason more than anything. Also, hope. Now, hope is well and good. Hope is a great thing, but it's a thing with feathers, right? And sometimes false hope is just it's dangerous. I think that is what is happening here, where you are realizing those patterns, that how you holding on to certain things lead to certain results in your life which is absolutely opposite of what you hope for. Okay, and because we're talking about the solar plexus, then it is connected to your ego body, it is connected to your mental realm, it is connected to the active principle too, yeah, the young principle, as to the actions that you take in your everyday life. And sometimes how we put ourselves in certain situations just because we're acting from a very instinctual place and all of that. And I feel like right now there's a heavy balancing that needs to take place in your mental body. And this is why it's this energy of sun coming in very strongly, of course, solar plexus, yeah. But also, sun has great benefit on mental health, right? That is why you see that countries which are like very fucking cold, yeah, like goddamn cold, those countries, people often suffer from depression and seasonal depression and all of that, mood issues, mood disorders, because of the weather itself. So, of course, the environmental factors play a huge role. So, the sun is coming in very strongly, all right? And I feel like what you need to take with you, especially with the dead end, is acceptance of certain situations in your life and not hold on to certain beliefs and connections and past paradigms just because your ego is telling you to do that. That is the energy here. Because what you need to leave behind is the thread. Again, it's giving me this energy of attachment to something that adds a superficial value to your life or an assumed value to your life, but internally it's really not that. There's something, I'm getting this energy of fakeness, like it's fake, it's not what it used to, it's not alive, almost like that energy, especially with thanatos here. Something else is at play for you. You need that power retrieval. This is some sort of like a limiting pattern in your life, and good thing is you're actually recognizing it. That is what I see here clearly, because it is changing you. It is changing you because what is here in the center is the animal, which is number 19. It's your card, and then we also have the king card, which is actually number 12. So that hangman energy. So the change is definitely here because with the animal, it's about vital forces coming back to life. It's about you understanding your own element, you standing in your own element. And this is also this energy of coming back to life, feeling alive again after being, I don't know, like humbled by life's circumstances, and also certain choices that we have made in the past, and all of that. And not judging ourselves because of that, not forming our entire personality because of the situations that we've been in and all of that. So there's this healthy release that is here, but it's subtle, but do not mistake it for passive. It's not passive, it's subtle but not passive, it's actually very active. When Buddha became enlightened, he actually roared like a lion in other stories. Some say that when he opened his eyes, his first question was, "What's there for food?" Something of that nature is happening here. Like, if been through something massive, a massive shift has occurred, but there is a matter of fact way about it. That's what I see here. All right. And what is being activated is the bardo, which is that liminal space. And I've seen number of skulls. So there is a total shift that is happening here. And you cannot, and I think this shift is taking you to third eye awakening. Definitely. So I think for many of you, this is your very active center. A lot is ending and a lot of new beginnings in this very center, which kind of makes sense because at the collective level, all the hyperactivity is happening in Mother Earth's solar plexus. So of course we're connected intrinsically, right? So of course humanity is also being, and I think also in human design, this is where the activation is happening in the human design itself. So all humans, right? So solar plexus is definitely very super active, and the Bada is that of transition. This is what is being activated, and what are we transitioning into? The new age of Aquarius, Horus. I love this actually because it is telling you that the power retrieval is an ongoing process. Okay, the empowerment is extreme, it's of extreme nature. mm, uh, I'm getting the message, there's nothing low-key about it. There's nothing, again, it's subtle but it's not passive. So this is also telling me, my light worker collective, the yang principle is about to get super activated in your life. Okay, in the sense that it's all about proactivity, it's all about making things happen. It's less talk more walk, that sort of energy. This is where the shift is also happening. And also when I say less talk more walk, it also means embodying all that you preach. If you're preaching something you are not practicing, that thing is not going to fly in this age that we are transitioning into. Okay, so you will see a lot of fallback. A lot of things which were working are not going to work anymore. So a massive shift is happening. So again, whoever is standing in their authenticity, they're winning. Rest everyone, they will be they will they will be sent back to school again and again, and that's just a metaphor, not an actual school, but like spiritual school. So yeah, many people who were put into spiritual jail and all that, there's this energy of bailing them out. Okay, helping them out a little bit. So the collective is kind of like, there are many people who will get a second chance at the consciousness shift. Yeah, this is coming in for some. So these are people around you, but it doesn't mean that you start to think that they are your responsibility in any manner and you become overindulged and you start to fix them and all of that. Please don't do that. But yes, you will see people getting very serious about their spirituality, because everybody's kind of like, because we are essentially spiritual beings. So more and more people are waking up, they're understanding, that okay, something is different about the times we are in. It's, I'm just gonna say, the woo is going to become the norm. So that is what is happening here. And how are we moving through this portal? With grace, by owning our leadership, by owning our purpose, by owning our own authenticity, by owning our voice, by owning our actions, by being accountable, by being authentic, by being true to what we know is our truth and not watering it down for any Tom, Dick, and Harry. That is what is up here. This is your solar plexus talking. This is your solar plexus coming back to life after dealing with a lot of conditioning. And this is kind of a process of deconditioning. Yeah, so after dealing with a lot of deconditioning too, that is why it's coming back to life. Some of you, this is where all the heavy work is, which kind of makes sense because it is sort of like the doorway. it's a doorway to the heart space. So again, the Leo energy is very strong, and we are in the Leo season, and this is the Lionsgate portal reading. So of course, totally makes sense. And Leo is also the sister sign of Aquarius. So both these energies are very crucial. And again, I'm not talking about your sun sign or your ascendant or your moon or whatever. No. Yeah, you want to look into astrology, please by all means do that. But I am talking beyond astrology. And at some point on this ascension journey, there comes a point where nothing matters. Astrology does not matter. Your personal birth chart and all of that is not what defines you, especially if you're quantum. You understand your multidimensional being, your presence. You'll rise above astrology real quick. You'll understand how it is actually, you know, a bit of like, it's a distorted energy. It was actually gifted to humanity by Anunnakis. And it did serve a purpose, but not anymore. Mm. Or okay. Um, but yes, this transition phase is also going to soften your heart space because all the solar activity, the heart is obviously being affected too. So get ready to forgive, get ready to move on, get ready to also find humility in your everyday life, get ready to walk in grace, and also your priorities will be made very clear around this time. Okay, and it's just like you'll know what to do. And I really want to look into Thanatos because that's a supportive message from the guides, from the Orion and Siren guides. And we know that it's death, it's an ending, yeah, but I want to read from the book for this one particularly because it's a message, right? Because and I've been talking about authenticity and everything. So when you face Thanatos, that's when you reach aletheia, which is truth of your own being, because this center has a lot to do with self-realization, your individual being, right? That identification of the individual self. That's what happens. The individuation actually happens at this level in the sign of Leo, right? When you get to understand that, okay, you're a separate being, actually. You have your own identity. Okay, so, and it's not just separation, it's also at the same time, you're finding your individual self, and at the same time, you're figuring out, okay, like the cobweb, like how you're also a part of this bigger picture, how everything is actually connected, and how your individual self actually affects the collective, all of that, yeah. So awakening, that's what is here, that's what you're understanding. But the message here is, I'm going to read the passage, and most likely you will understand what is for you and what is not for you. But yes, I'm being guided to do this. Now, it is tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as transformation, yeah, but the true archetypal resonance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Yeah, it's something bigger, So death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Yeah. Witnessing the ending of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under its wings, making us relinquish control in our every form. That's exactly what is up here. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart. Oh my god. That's why the ash came in like that. I did not read for any other card. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, ash is also connected to Shiva consciousness. So, and also like in Shiva rituals, like if you go to his temple and all, they actually put some ash on your forehead. It's called a tilak, but they do not use vermilion, they use ash to do that. And I think that is deep, that's deep. Anyway, it leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, on her heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return to the land of the living eventually. Yeah. with more compassion and wisdom. That's the point. That is why it is going to knock at the gates of your heart. Yeah, this capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. Oh my God, that is why. That is why it is such a strong, beautiful message from the guides. When this card appears, it signifies an initiation into the underworld, into the mysteries, basically, into the underworld of your own being, into who you really are. And it is you becoming multidimensional. And this is you, again, tapping into different aspects of your being, of your whole individual self, all the fractals coming together. Yeah. The seal is being removed. There's, and it's crazy that, it mentioned initiation. Anyway, because yeah, the solar plexus activation is sort of like an initiation for humanity into this new age. Yeah, so beautiful messages. Now let's get some tarot. Spirit, what else do you need to tell us? Nine of Pentacles underneath, Nine of Cups, and High Priestess. I'm just getting, look at that, Nine of Pentacles, the Emperor, Ten of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Beautiful energy. And this is what is up actually. You just know that in order to reach that level of ultimate wish fulfillment, first it starts with you. It starts with the individual. That is why, we have the Ten of Cups here. Ten of Cups is mostly in collaboration with others, right? Family, lovers, and whatever. Family, basically a structure that you build with others. With Nine of Cups, it's more so about what you build for your individual self. How far you can go alone, how far you can go in a singular manner, as opposed to plural, which is shown in the Ten of Cups card. That is why it is the ultimate bit, like happiness, fulfillment of all kinds. Yeah, especially emotional, because with the cups, and the same energy is present in the pentacles, but in pentacles it's more so tangible, but the tangible is very much present here in the cups too. So yeah, it's like reaching a point of self-sufficiency, I'm getting. And this is also happening at the internal level, where you're finding out that truly, like you're truly understanding that whatever you're seeking outside of you, it's all within. And there is a point that you reach, like a threshold that you cross. Once you cross it, there is no going back. And I think that is what that initiation has in store for you guys. This is again a very high level of self empowerment, which is very much needed if you're on a spiritual path, if you are especially in a role of a leader and a guide, which is most likely a case here. Let's see why. Because you're the star. Because you're the star. Look at that. You're here to build. You're here to bring that heaven to earth, as above so below. You're here to create. Five of Cups and Four of Cups with the Strength card, and Five of Pentacles and Ten of Wands. I'm telling you. Why? Because, all of this, look at that. That is basically your Nine of Cups. But like, I asked why, right? Because these two coming together, they turn into the Nine of Cups. With Five of Cups, there's this energy of where you're looking at others, where, how they hurt you or whatever, or you're disappointed in someone. There's also this energy of jealousy, I would say, or there's this energy of just like expecting things from somebody and they are not, being true to your expectations, which kind of like puts you in a spot where you're like, oh, whatever, nothing is worth it. And you feel this energy of a bit of like dejection, where you reach a point where in the Four of Cups, it's almost like you stop giving a damn about the blessings that you have, because in the Four of Cups is that ace coming in from the divine, and you are just like, whatever, because you're so focused on what is going on in the physical reality, right? And in the Five of Cups, the divine is still or loving, yeah. So even the one cup turns into two, and even then you're just like dismissing it, not looking at it. You're like, okay, or maybe taking things for granted, all of that energy. But the the focus is more so on the negative polarity of things, because you're grieving, because you are in pain, because a part of you is also creating your own suffering, because you are going through this process, almost like emotional. My nose is so itchy, all of that. Yeah, anyway. Anyway, yeah. But essentially what is happening is all of that is empowering you. Okay, and that's when you bring these two together and you get your nine of cups. All you have to be mindful of is the underlying energy for what you do here. Okay, just know you, whatever you're aiming for, whatever you're achieving, it's not to prove anything to anyone. Okay, because you are above and beyond that, and you are a star. This is a heavy confirmation for my starseed collective, my lovely starborns, and your wish fulfillment is here. Be protective of your power. You're a very powerful being, okay? And I'm not saying that anyone can steal that, no. But it's like, like people have tried, people have dimmed your light, but the thing is, it was never personal. Maybe it was on their end, but for you it was serving a whole different purpose. It was making you understand the human ways. You had to experience it, you had to feel it to make sense of it, in order to get to that point where you're able to transmute it. What is this? This is transmutation, where you're combining these two together and making it into your nine of cups. This is a lovely card. People love this card for a reason. It's great for everything. The only issue here is that of being a show off. So just be mindful of that. Maybe a part of you wants to humble someone. Ask yourself, whenever that urge arises, ask yourself, why do you need to? Because again, if you need to humble someone, there is something about you giving your power away for a while in that aspect. Okay, so look into these things. Anyway, what are the blessings? Any more blessings? Of course, you will always be on the higher ground. You don't have to defend yourself, you're defended by spirit. Again, you're a multidimensional being. You got nothing to prove. Oh my god, look at that. The blessing, Ten of Pentacles. Again, I'm getting this energy of very strong foundation, very, very strong foundation. And this is your power center. Your power center is undergoing this transition, but it's so positive. It's so positive. The shift, the changes, the endings are so positive. Oh my god, the bird is like going crazy, and I don't know what type of bird, but she's like just chirping, chirping, chirping. The weather is so lovely outside. It's like black clouds in the sky. It did rain, and then it's like all breezy, and it's kind of rainy, and it's all green. I love it. I love it. And that's the energy that I'm getting here as well. So yes, you're turning your Four of Cups and your Five of Cups into one. You're alchemizing it, you're transmuting it, and you are getting whatever it is that you want. Okay, through self efforts, through self knowledge, through knowledge of the self, individual self, and what it is that you need and desire. And this is also putting your firepower to good use, and not extending it to those who drain you. That is why this is what is going. All those cords attached to you, hooked to you, dissolving. Okay, so that's your message. I hope this helps. And if this resonates, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.